Good day, teachers. I want us to look at the fractions today. I want us to look at consolidating our skills and helping our learners to understand the fractions. We all know that the fractions are giving many of our learners challenges when they're going even to decimal fractions, going to percentages, even addition of fractions with different denominators. Our learners always have a challenge. And let's look at what we need to do to help them. As you teach them, always remember to recap major concepts in fractions. Right from the lower grades, pick the major things in those fractions and remind them. Some of them might even be names. Some of them might even be words or the vocabulary itself. Just build up that vocabulary. Prepare them for those sophisticated methods of ordering fractions. As you teach, remember, they're going to move on with the topic, and you need to consolidate and make sure the base is solid and our learners can grasp any concept that comes in the form of fractions. Build their vocabulary as you go. For instance, common denominators, halves, quarters, tenths. Make sure you build that vocabulary. The use of manipulatives cannot be overemphasized. It is important that we use manipulatives. We've got our fraction circles that you have to use. These are our fraction circles that you use. If you want them to see how many 6 are there in a whole, you've got your whole, you've got the circle you put together, they can see there are 6 in a whole. Instead of you telling them, they are able to play with the manipulative and get that concept. Now, there it is. We've got our whole, right? And they can see that's a whole. And as you work with halves, there it shows you that that whole is having 2 halves. You can go further with that whole and divide it into thirds. There it is. It's done for you. All these things are done for you. You have to use them, right? For instance, if they want to know how many quarters in a half, we've got 2, they fit them. Yes, 2 quarters are equivalent to a half. They can find that out. They also might want to see a third and a sixth. There it goes. 2 thirds, 2 sixths will give them 1 third. There, they've worked it. They can do this in pairs or as individuals. Also, when they're talking about halves, sometimes they want to try many things. They realize that, 2/5 don't give us a half. Not even 3/5, because it will overlap. So, they have a challenge there, right? 3/5 is more than a half. 2/5 is less than a half. They've started to compare fractions already. And you can see these are different denominators that they've started to do. So you continue to help them. Look at a quarter, they start to realize a quarter is equal to half. You can take them back. Also, don't run away from using your fraction wall. Very important instrument in helping the learners compare the fractions. They can see half is bigger than a third, third is bigger than a quarter, quarter is bigger than a fifth, and so on. You help them. As you build your concepts around these concrete objects, manipulatives, you will realize that your learners will start to appreciate and start to understand the fraction concept in a much better way. You can start to introduce your addition and with different denominators, subtraction with different denominators, arranging in order, comparing fractions. All those activities must come through here before they start to use sophisticated calculations. Have a good day.